Today on the Matt and Ann Show, we welcome two-time All-Star Placido Polanco. Welcome to the show, Placido.
Hey, thank you for having me, guys.
We want to start off. MLB started last week. What's your thoughts on the first week of the season?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, a lot of new talent, a lot of emotions, a lot of home runs, also good pitching, and it's been great. Like I don't know if you guys know, but I work for the Dodgers, and we've only played 3 games, and again, I like our chances this year. We have a really good team with a great pitching staff, and not just good players, but I think it's a good team overall.
What was your thoughts on the Freddie Freeman ad? Because, I mean, they were already stacked. And then adding a former MVP to the squad makes it even crazier, that lineup.
Yeah, former MVP that is a great teammate, and that adds a lot. And
Absolutely.
that has some value there too. And it's just a great teammate and a great asset. I think it's going to help us win a lot of games.
What do you think about baseball so far? Look at a couple games so far. What is thought?
My thought on what? On a couple of games that what?
On the Dodgers season so far.
Oh, so far it's still early. We started the season in Colorado, and in Colorado, as you all know, it's kind of tough to even to manage. Sometimes you have a lead, a 2-3 run lead, and it's not a big lead because the ball flies there. So it's just a matter of just like flipping a coin and see what happens there. But the fact that the games that we lost were like very close, it wasn't like blowout games. It's just and it's just the first week of the season. If you guys remember last year, we started a little slow, and we ended up winning 105, 106 games. So
why do you think it is? Because since I'd say 2016, the Dodgers have these slow starts, but they end up winning around 110 games every year. What do you think causes the slow starts?
I don't know. I mean, it's just the way the game goes sometimes, and sometimes you have new players on the team, and it takes time for everybody to start playing together as a team, to getting to know each other, for infielders to turn the double plays where they like the ball, and the pitchers to settle, and say, okay, I'm a Dodger, now I'm going to pitch every 4 games, and okay, I'm the setup man, I'm going to pitch every day, or I'm the closer. So once everybody knows the role and the teams settles, I think that's when the talent start to play out.
Absolutely.
What do you look for a player?
What do you look for in a player when you what's the type of player you like watching, basically?
I like the player. I like the player that is going to give me a tough at bat every time, that is going to battle, that doesn't give at bats away. And the type of player that take pride in defense, because you can win a lot of games by playing good defense. And the type of player that is very unselfish, the type of player that likes when the teammates hit, when the other teammates pitch is good, So the guys that are there for the team, not for themselves. And those are the type of players that I like.
I know you're really good friends with Albert Pujols. He was with the Dodgers last year. We got the honor of being at his first game with the Dodgers. What's your thoughts of him finish his career in St. Louis? I know that's where you guys originally met.
I think he just works out good for everybody. I mean, that's the organization that he started with. Pujols is a player that brings a lot of fans to the stadium. Not that they need more fans, but he is that type of player. And the fact that he's planning on ending his career there, it's just a great opportunity that was that for him and to finish there in his hometown. So it's just great. I like it. I love it.
Let's go back to when you were a player. Do you have a favorite stadium that you like to go to, or it was just playing a game?
Did you have a favorite stadium?
Well, I have a lot of favorite stadiums. I like the San Diego Stadium, the Padres, because I like the grass, the weather. It's a good hitting park. But in Detroit, when I play for the Tigers, it's like very big, very wide open, and it's like a hitter's park, what I call. So I love hitting there.
Can you tell us your experience with the 2006 Tigers? Because they went from a team that almost had a record amount of losses to the World Series within 3 years. What was that season like?
Well, it's a great season because first of all, not a lot of people believed in us, and then Dave Dombrowski and Jim Leland and Al Avila were responsible for putting together a really good team, what I call a really good team. Um, if you remember, I mean, we had a few names there, but we had a few younger guys, younger players that were really hungry and wanted to win. And I can tell you, like Joel Sumaya, we had Bonderman, we had Granderson, Brandon Ninch, and we had a bunch of guys that really were winners and are winners, and that's what really took us to the World Series, and made us play so good.
Um, you know, working with your guys, what I get drive you to come back to working with the Giants?
What drove you to get back into baseball and work with the Dodgers? Was it a passion of yours to get back into baseball after retirement?
Without a doubt, the fact that I retired in 2013 and I didn't do anything for 4 or 5 years, and now they made me a special assistant to player development. It's a special situation for me. It's a position for me where I can give back to the game. I can stay relevant in the future if I want to go full time. I've been working, as you know, the game has changed, with all the analytics and all that stuff, and I'm part of it now. So it's something that I love doing it. I do it because I want to do it, not because I have to do it. And what a better place than the Dodger organization. It's an organization that treats everybody like family, and it's very, very special. And I'm very happy to be part of it.
Absolutely. Um, what were your thoughts on the cheating scandal that happened basically to the Dodgers in 2017, where it was caught that the Astros were stealing signs? Were you
Well,
okay with it? Thought it was a part of the game, or did you think there should have been more penalties against the Astros?
I wasn't really, like much aware. I mean, that's not the only thing that is going on. There's always people looking for things like sticky stuff and numbers and vibration and all that stuff that they can find to cheat,
Yeah.
But the fact that they got caught and it's just, that nothing, they got penalized. They got penalized, the coaches, the managers, or whoever. And
Yeah.
it's not for me to say anything, but it's a shame that happened during the World Series, because everything magnifies, not just the cheating scandal, but if you make an error, it gets magnified. If you hit a home run, it gets magnified. So, and that's what really happened there. And the fact that it was against us, it really hurt, and it makes you think like maybe if they didn't have that, maybe would have won.
Absolutely.
Maybe no, but it makes you think. Mhm.
Absolutely.
But Giants team right now, usually we have a hit of going to,
The World
I
Series.
don't want to say, with the team that we have right now.
If with the team we have right now, you think we're gonna go to the World Series?
Yeah. Do you think we can make it?
I think without a doubt. But remember, at the end of the day, the teams that go to the World Series, the team that advance, the team that the teams that go to the playoffs are the teams that play better baseball. I mean, you have guys and you have teams that with their low payroll, with names, like players that you never heard of, but they play good defense and they pitch good and they get the key hits. They're like clutch hitters. And at the end of the day, those are the teams that go. And I can tell you a bunch of teams that nobody mentioned, and at the end of the season, they're in the playoff. And I start with the Oakland A's, the Minnesota Twins, the St. Louis Cardinals. No, not a lot of people mention those teams, but they always play good baseball. They pitch good, and they're always in the playoff. And I think we are not an exception. I think we are the type of player. I mean, we're supposed to go to World Series, but it's up to us. We still gotta play baseball. We have good players, good name, good chemistry, and all that. But it's up to us. I think we still have to go out there and play every day and perform.
You were teammates with Roy Halladay from 2010 to 2012. What are your best memories of Roy?
Hmm. I think him and Maguire are the players that focus the most before every game. Preparation before the game, it's just unbelievable. Like they took it to another level, and I have a lot of great memories. I mean, that perfect game in Miami, that was awesome. The what about in the playoff? A no hitter, and then it's just so awesome. It's just outstanding. What a winner. What a baseball player and a great teammate.
Absolutely.
And there a player right now in the league that remind you of yourself?
Of myself,
Um,
uh-huh. Oh my God, that's a good question. Uh, I don't think so because I mean the game has changed so much, and now everybody's like power hitter. You have everybody hitting ball out of the park, and very few people try to hit the ball the other way. But one guy that I like his approach and the like that he doesn't try to hit the ball, and that comes to my mind right now. That doesn't try to hit a home run every time he goes up to bat is Gian Segura from Phillies, I think. And Gian Segura is a good friend of mine, and I like how he spreads out and he just hits line drive. Gives you really good at bats, and he still hits the ball out of the park, but he's a type of player that is going to give you a good at bat and is going to battle every bat even with two strikes. So he's not going to, he makes adjustment in at bat. You know.
Uh, Talking about the Phillies and also your other teams, Cardinals, Tigers, and Marlins. What are your thoughts on their chances this year and what they did in the offseason? Because all of them made some moves to make their team better. The Phillies got Castellanos, they got Schwarber, uh, Tigers got Baez, and I think the Marlins got Solar.
I think they all made good moves, and it's just I guess that's what was needed in each team, and so I think each general manager, I mean, did a good job. It's just a matter of now having those players perform and do what they're supposed to do and help when they're playing and when they're not playing. In the clubhouse also, and 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 trying to pull everybody together. I mean, at the end of the day, the team that's going to win is like the team that is going to have all 25 players pulling in one direction. When you have everybody pulling in one direction, which is winning, winning, and winning and winning, if you can create that environment in a club, I mean, that's good. I mean, everybody has talent. I mean, they're major leaguers, right? So now when it's up to the manager, to the general manager, to whoever is in charge, to have everybody, with the same purpose, and I think that's what makes the biggest difference.
uh, before you got in the league, did you always know that you wanted to be a baseball player?
Did you always know you wanted to be a baseball player?
Oh yeah, since I mean, remember being born in the Dominican Republic. I mean, we lived and died baseball there, and since I was like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years old, my dad gave me a bat and started hitting lemons and oranges and stuff like that, and I always wanted to be a baseball player. It's a passion that I always had, and extremely fortunate to have had the opportunity to do what I love to do, and do it for so long. It's just feel very lucky.
Back on the Dodgers, a big talking point has been Cody Bellinger. Um, he's been off a little bit the last couple of years, but in clutch moments, he always comes through. Do you think he's going to come back to his 2019 and 2017 seasons where he was in MVP form?
I think so. I mean, we love Bellinger. Bellinger is another great guy, and obviously he's going through a tough time right now. But I think he's getting closer and closer. And it's not like he's not working. He's working every day. I mean, he's trying to find that. And I think he's the type of player that when he finds it, I think he's going to stick with him for the rest of the season. So it's just a matter of maybe one at bat, one game, maybe two at bats. It's like that it happens that quick. And people forget that he's been injured. He was injured last year, so he was trying to compensate with maybe a longer swing and stuff like that. But once he realized that he's super strong and he doesn't need to swing as hard or as long, and I think it's gonna stick with him. Because I saw him a few at bats in spring training where his swing was like so short, and guess what happened? 2 home runs. That's how strong he is. Yeah.
Look at the Dodgers, man. Do you see they are the best thing
In the league,
and
do you think the Dodgers have the best fans in MLB?
I think so. We have a lot of people that follow us all over. I think I have. I mean, yes, without a doubt. I mean, in spring training, you got to see like Camelback Ranch in Glendale, in Arizona. It's just full of fans. People, I know people that just bought houses in Arizona just for spring training, and they only go there for spring training. That's how good of fans they are.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I almost bought an apartment right down the street from Camelback Ranch so I could go
Oh,
to spring
really?
training.
You should have. It's nice. You should
Yeah,
have.
me and him are huge Dodgers fan. We're from Philadelphia, so Phillies are always gonna
Oh,
be our first team, but like the Dodgers are a close second.
okay. Good. Great. Good to hear.
um, I want to know your thoughts on Wander Franco. Like he's literally taken the baseball world by storm, kind of like Vlad Jr. did last year. Wander's doing this year. What's your thoughts on him?
Wonder is super talented. I mean, he was the number one prospect in baseball right before he got called up, and you see all the games that he got on base last year, right?
Yeah.
On the road, and that he picked up where he left off. That's basically it. I mean, it's no surprise. And what people don't know is that this guy is, I mean, he's doing what he's doing, and he's not at his prime. He's not at his peak yet. I mean, this is only his second year, and that's how good he is, you know. And I'm super proud of him because to see a guy like that young do what they're doing, I mean, it tells you a lot. I mean, it's like Juan Soto, Vladdy Guerrero, and those, you know. And the fact that they're Dominicans, you know, makes me even more proud.
can you just talk to way more than what you're doing? Working with the Dodgers, maybe doing ESPN or anything like that.
Or coaching?
Yeah, exactly.
What was that?
Could you see yourself possibly being a coach or maybe even going be an analyst for ESPN or any other baseball channel like MLB Network?
Hey, that's a really good question. I don't know. How do you see me?
I see you being the manager, the next manager of the Dodgers when Roberts retires.
Oh, yeah. Well, but let me tell you something. The fact that I'm staying relevant and I'm learning from the game and the people respect me and all that, I mean, I don't discard that. You know, maybe in the future you will see me, you know, maybe working as a full time, you know, maybe coaching or managing. But this is something that I truly love to do, and have a really good feel for it, you know, and that's sometimes the numbers are given to you right now. I mean, there's a bunch of people that work for the organization and they give you all the numbers that you want to know. But sometimes you got to have feel. And I do have feel, you know, because I've seen a lot. I mean, when you do a thing for so long, you just smell things, you see things, you know, and that's something that really, that I like, you know, when I'm in the game, because I have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen or how they're going to pitch or what this guy's going to do. And I think I'm open for anything. I think I'll be more of a coach or manager than ESPN analytic, because I don't really like to talk much or
You were just talking about all the great Dominicans that are currently in the major leagues. I know the Olympics is in LA in 2028. There's a rumor they could have MLB players. What would your thought be on that? Because I know they had the World Baseball Classic, but they've never had major leaguers in the Olympics. Would you have been honored to be able to be in the Olympics if that opportunity came forth
oh
during
yeah,
your playing career?
yeah, without a doubt. It's like Melky's Cabrera, right? Melky's
Yeah.
play there. That was good. That's a good chance. Every time you have an opportunity to represent your country, whether it's an Olympic or a World Classic or whatever, it's an honor. I mean, I mean, you're playing for your country. And I can tell you because I played in the first World Classic, and that's probably the most fun I had in baseball. That with the World Series, it's just so much fun, and playing right next to Vladdy Guerrero, to Albert Pujols, to Adrian Beltre, people that you respect and you see, but they play from another team. And then when you're playing with them, you're like, wow, this is not just a good player, but what a great guy, what a great teammate. And playing for your country, it's like everything. And all the fans from your country following you. It's just a special moment. I think it's good. I would love to play in an Olympics.
Yeah, me and your role. Is there any player that will come to you for advice? Maybe getting some ideas for you everything that you've done.
What was that
Was there
again?
any player that came to you for advice to like basically pick your mind
Where when I play?
when you played and during your post career?
Oh my God, yeah, all the time. Remember, this is what I do for a living. So I can tell you, I can talk to you 2 hours about the players that come and ask me for, yeah, yeah. And yeah, of course, when I play, you have a lot of guys that come and they approach you and they tell you, what's your approach? What do you look in this guy? What's, what do you do when you're playing defense? What do you do when you're doing this? What are your drills and defense? Especially that one year that I played the season without an error, I had a bunch of guys come like, what do you do different? And I go, the same drills. It's just mentally, I was expecting every ball that was hit to me. I thought every ball was going to hit to me. Every time the pitcher threw a ball, I thought it was going to be hit to me. And I was mentally tired after every game. But you know what? Sometimes they didn't hit any ball to me, but I was expecting it. So if you can have that, that you prepare and you're controlling what you can control. So that's what made the difference that year. And now imagine if you as a manager can have all 9 players with the same mentality.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the best defensive team. And that's when
My last question for you is in Anaheim right now they have Shohei Ohtani who both pitches and hits, which we really haven't had a true Babe Ruth type player in over 90 years. What's your thoughts on him, having seen him play? And do you think we'll see more Shohei Ohtani's, or is he a one of a kind like Babe Ruth was for like the next 90 years?
I think so. I don't know. Somebody was talking to me about other players that were pitchers and hitters at the same time. And I think we've seen that more now than before now. Like when I played, I mean, very few guys were like that good of hitters. I mean, you had guys that could pitch and could hit, like Dontrell Willis and Supan. There's a few guys, that were used as pinch hitters sometimes when they didn't pitch. But the fact that this guy is just a power hitter, is like a Babe Ruth type of player, is just unbelievable. It's like unheard of. And I don't know if we're gonna ever find another player like this good. But it's surprisingly good and amazing and fun to watch.
Well, you got one more?
I don't want to make a comment, though, but maybe go out and then hopefully the team, hopefully might ever great interview and so much for having on.
Thank you so much for hopping on today. It was a complete honor. Hopefully we see you. We're coming out in May for the Phillies Dodgers series. Maybe we'll see you out there.
Okay, maybe.
Thank you so much, everybody. Placido, Polanco.
Thank you for having me, guys. Bye. Take care.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.